Have you ever dreamed of owning a classic car without breaking the bank? While some vintage rides like the Ferrari 250 GTO or Shelby Cobra sell for millions, there are still hidden gems flying under the radar. These classic cars offer a mix of style, history, and performance at prices that seem shockingly low compared to their true value. But here's the catch. Prices won't stay this way forever. As collectors and enthusiasts wake up to their potential, these cars could soon skyrocket in value. So if you're looking for a timeless machine that's still a bargain, now's the time to act. Let's explore some of the most underrated classic cars that could be the best investments you've never considered. And trust me, some of these names will surprise you. BMW E39 M5, 1998 to 2003. The BMW E39 M5 is one of the finest performance sedans ever made, yet it remains shockingly undervalued. This masterpiece from the late 90s and early 2000s comes with a naturally aspirated 4.9-liter V8, pushing out 394 horsepower, paired with a 6-speed manual transmission. The result? A perfect blend of power, luxury, and precision driving that many modern sports sedans struggle to match. What makes this car special is its balance. BMW engineered the E39 M5 to handle like a dream while still offering enough comfort for daily driving. The interior, though simple by today's standards, is timeless, featuring high-quality leather, analog gauges, and a driver-focused layout. Yet despite its legendary reputation among enthusiasts, prices for well-maintained E39 M5s still hover between $30,000 and $50,000, a steal considering its performance rivals supercars from the same era. But here's the kicker. The value of these cars is already starting to creep up, and in the next 5 to 10 years, we could see them entering six-figure territory. If you're looking for a future collectible that you can still enjoy every day, this might be your best bet. Porsche 944 Turbo, 1985 to 1991. Think Porsche, and your mind likely jumps to the 911. But what if I told you there's another Porsche out there with incredible performance, balanced handling, and a price tag that doesn't require a millionaire's bank account? Enter the Porsche 944 Turbo. With its front-engine, rear-wheel drive layout, the 944 was a major departure from the traditional Porsche formula. Yet it turned out to be one of the best handling sports cars of its time. The 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine produces up to 250 horsepower in later models, making it quick even by modern standards. The lightweight chassis and near-perfect 50-50 weight distribution make it an absolute joy to drive on winding roads. Despite all this, the 944 Turbo has lived in the shadow of the 911 for years, keeping prices relatively low. You can still find clean examples for around $20,000 to $35,000, which is a bargain compared to air-cooled 911 EOS that have already skyrocketed in price. But with enthusiasts beginning to appreciate the 944's unique charm, it won't stay cheap forever. Mercedes-Benz 500e, 1991 to 1994. Luxury, power, and a surprising touch of muscle. These are the defining traits of the Mercedes-Benz 500e, a car that was essentially a Porsche-built Mercedes. Yes, you heard that right. Mercedes teamed up with Porsche to create this high-performance version of their W142 sedan, hand-assembling each car at Porsche's factory in Zuffenhausen. Under the hood lies a 5.0-liter V8 producing 322 horsepower, allowing this sleeper sedan to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 6 seconds. A big deal for the early 90s. The wider stance, aggressive fender flares, and subtle design cues make it one of the most understated performance cars of its era. Despite its rarity and pedigree, the 500e remains criminally undervalued, with well-kept examples ranging from $35,000 to $60,000. That's a fraction of what similar, limited production, high-performance sedans are going for. If you want a luxury classic with serious street cred, now might be your last chance to grab one before values take off. Mazda RX-7 FD, 1992 to 2002. The Mazda RX-7 FD is one of the most iconic Japanese sports cars ever made, yet it still remains somewhat affordable compared to its rivals. Known for its stunning design, lightweight chassis, and legendary rotary engine, the RX-7 delivers a driving experience unlike anything else. The 1.3-liter twin turbocharged rotary engine may sound small, but with up to 276 horsepower in stock form and much more with tuning, this car is a rocket on wheels. The perfect weight distribution and precise steering make it a dream to drive on tight corners. But here's the issue. Rotary engines require meticulous maintenance, which has scared off many potential buyers. This means you can still find decent examples for around $40,000 to $60,000, while more well-kept ones are creeping into six-figure territory. With the rise of JDM Japanese domestic market classics, the RX-7 FD is quickly gaining appreciation, and prices will only go one way, up. If you've ever wanted one, waiting might not be the best idea. Chevrolet C4, Corvette ZR1 1990 to 1995. When people think of classic Corvettes, the C4 generation isn't always at the top of the list. But the ZR1 version? That's a whole different story. This wasn't just another Corvette, it was a technological marvel of its time. The heart of the ZR1 is its 5.7-liter LT5 V8, designed by Lotus and built by Mercury Marine, producing 375 to 405 horsepower depending on the model year. That was supercar-level performance back in the early 90s, putting it on par with Ferraris and Porsches of the era. The ZR1 also featured an upgraded suspension, a wider rear track, and a unique body kit that made it stand out from the standard C4. Despite its exotic nature, the ZR1 remains relatively affordable, with prices starting around $35,000 to $50,000 for well-maintained examples. Considering its rarity and historical significance, it's only a matter of time before collectors start snapping them up and pushing values higher. Alfa Romeo GTV6, 1980 to 1987. If you're looking for a classic European sports car with style, heritage, and a glorious exhaust note, the Alfa Romeo GTV6 should be on your radar. Powered by a 2.5-liter V6, this Italian masterpiece delivers one of the best engine sounds in the automotive world. It's not just about the noise, though. The GTV6 features a rear-mounted transaxle for near-perfect weight distribution, making it a joy to drive. The sharp wedge-shaped design gives it a unique look that stands out even today. However, like many classic Alfas, reliability concerns have kept prices surprisingly low. Well-maintained examples can still be found for $15,000 to $25,000, which is ridiculously cheap for a car with this much character. As the market shifts toward appreciating unique, analog driving experiences, the GTV6's value is poised to rise. If you want a slice of Italian motoring history without spending Ferrari money, this is your chance. Ford Mustang SVT Cobra, 1993 to 2004. The Ford Mustang SVT Cobra is one of the most underrated muscle cars ever produced. Built by Ford's special vehicle team, this wasn't just another Mustang, it was a high-performance machine designed to compete with the best sports cars of its time. The early models, 1993 to 1998, featured a naturally aspirated 5.0-liter or 4.6-liter V8, but the real game-changer arrived in 2003 with the Terminator Cobra. This beast packed a supercharged 4.6-liter V8 pushing out 390 horsepower, though many believe Ford underrated that figure. With a 6-speed manual, independent rear suspension, a rarity for Mustangs at the time, and aggressive styling, the Terminator Cobra was an instant classic. Despite its performance and cult following, prices for these cars remain surprisingly reasonable. Clean examples from the early 2000s can still be found for $25,000 to $45,000, while first-gen SVT Cobras are even cheaper. However, as modern muscle cars move toward electric powertrains, demand for these raw, V8-powered Mustangs will only increase. If you want a piece of Mustang history before prices skyrocket, now is the time to buy. There you have it. 6 classic cars that are still surprisingly undervalued but won't stay that way for long. Whether you're into German precision, Japanese engineering, or American muscle, there's something on this list for every type of car enthusiast. The best part? These aren't just investments, they're cars you can actually drive and enjoy while their value appreciates. So which of these classics would you love to add to your garage? Or did we miss a hidden gem that deserves recognition? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content on cars, investments, and everything in between. Stay tuned and happy driving.